can ask them at the end. Stay muted, stay paying attention. If you need to walk away for some reason, there shouldn't be very many reasons. If you need to use the bathroom real quick, just on the chat, we don't need details, just write, I'll be right back. And then when you're back, we should be able to see you.
So again, with that being said, Genesis, Giancarlo, Lana, Anima, Logan S, Stephanie, we can't see you. Dee, sit up. Go somewhere where you are sitting up, where you can work.
You could be at the dining room table. You could be sitting on the floor in your bedroom. That's fine, as long as it's a place where you can focus and you can learn. Those of you that are not really trying your best, you're going to have a very tough time next year. Next year is a whole new experience. It's a whole new ball game. It's middle school. It's more complicated as it is, and you're only going to make it harder on yourself if you are not focused and trying to get ready for that.
Amari and Stephanie. Thank you, Amari. Giancarlo, Keandre, Stephanie, Logan Simmons.
All right, so after today's Zoom lesson, I told you that we have a very big group of students that we need to meet with. Very important that you stay and talk to us. So Omar, Sebastian, Anima, Wilfred, Brandon, Jair, Kevin, Jackendall, Lana, Keandre, Morelli, John, Irene, Dulce Flor, Daniel, Anaya, Didi, and Erasmo. You guys, after today's Zoom lesson, you need to stay back and you need to talk to us for a minute. We need to meet with you. For writing, we have been working on homophones. What is the correct spelling of the word that I'm trying to use? What do these words mean? For example, there, there. We've been using the wrong ones. We need to start making sure that we're using the right one. Another word that I am seeing misspelled a lot is than and then. When we use the word then, T-H-E-N, it shows a progression. First this happened, then this happened. First, then, like second, then. T-H-E-N shows a progression. Than, T-H-A-N, shows a comparison. When you're comparing two things, I like pizza more than burgers. T-H-A-N shows a comparison. T-H-E-N shows a progression. First, then. So let's make sure that we're using the correct spelling for that word as well. For the discussions, when you read and you have to discuss the text on the discussion board, I'm seeing a lot of problems. Logan, Flores, Samuel, Josie, and Sherlyn, you guys are doing a fantabulous job with the discussion. Anybody else that has no clue what they're supposed to do, look for what Sherlyn, Logan, Flores, Josie, and Samuel are doing. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to click on reply right under the question, and you answer the question using the race strategy. Amari, use the race strategy like we do it in class in paragraph form. You are not separating them. It should be one paragraph, okay? So what you're supposed to do, and some of you are doing a good job, but maybe your spelling, I see a lot of lowercase i's, you need to start spelling correctly. But these 4 students that I just called out are doing a great job. So pay attention to spelling. The first thing that you need to do is read the question, hit the reply button, post your reply. Incomplete sentence in paragraph form. Once you post your reply, keep scrolling down, read everybody else's reply, what they posted, and then click reply and reply to 2 people. You don't have to reply to everybody. All you have to do is find a couple of them that you really agree with or really disagree with and tell me, why do you agree with them and why do you not agree with them? Don't just click I agree or I disagree. What exactly is it that you're agreeing with? I need more explanation. You guys are 5th graders, almost middle schoolers. You need to start writing like that. One problem that I'm seeing with this week's lesson, point of view, the question is, why does Peter think that his grandfather is a remarkable American? First of all, what does remarkable mean? Gabby, go ahead and unmute yourself, honey.
They can't. I took it off because. Go ahead, Gabby. We can't hear you. Nope.
We can't hear you, Gabby. Let's try Giancarlo.
I think he left for a minute.
Okay.
Maybe back. Let me see.
Remember, if you're leaving, let us know that you're leaving. Logan Simmons, turn your camera on, and what is remarkable?
Can you say the question again?
What does remarkable mean?
Like it's rememberable? Remember? Like it's something that you can go back to in the past?
That's memorable, maybe. But thank you for trying. Remarkable. If I say, wow, that's remarkable, what do you think that I mean, Francella?
Something you can't forget?
You're on the right track. But you see, guys, this is part of the problem. The question addresses the word remarkable. And if you didn't know what the word remarkable meant in your chat, go ahead and write down, what should you have done if you didn't know what the word remarkable meant in that question? In the chat, go ahead and write your response. Ms. Bird, you can just call them out.
Good job, Gabby. No, Lana. Good job, Logan.
You see, right now, instead of sitting there just staring at us, staring at your screen, everybody should be typing something, because this is nothing new. We discuss this all the time, context clues. We discuss the proper things to do when we don't understand something. And you can't answer a question if you don't know what the question is asking you.
Good job, Francella. Good job, Amelia. Remember what the question is that Ms. Rodriguez is asking you. Good job. I don't know who iPhone Da Silva is. Is that John? Yep. Good job, John.
All right, John, what should you do if you don't understand what a word means?
That's not, it's, yeah, Omar? Oh, I'm sorry. It's Omar, not John.
Omar, what should you do if you don't understand what a word means?
Uh-oh. We can't hear you.
Okay,
There it is. I hear you.
Look back to the text.
yes. If we look for context clues, we look for clues as to what it is that this word means. Let's say that we can't find it. We have no idea. We looked, we have no idea. What do we do? I'm going to tell you, just because we need to move on a little bit. You guys are working on electronic devices. Look it up. It is going to only take a couple of seconds to actually look up what the word remarkable means. Something that is remarkable is something that is just amazing, okay? It's like something that is just like, has that wow factor. Now, understanding that, what could a remarkable American be? Irene.
An amazing American.
What would make somebody an amazing American? Keandre.
You have to unmute yourself, sweetie. There you go.
That
Think about the text that you read. What would make somebody an amazing or a remarkable American? You need help, Keandre?
yeah.
Okay. Lana, what would make somebody a remarkable American? Unmute yourself, Lana.
A remarkable American, they would be like somebody who helps a lot of people, and that made them amazing.
Do you have anybody in mind that could be a remarkable American?
A police officer.
I totally agree. Samuel, did you have somebody else in mind? Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Probably like the presidents.
Okay, thank you. Gabby?
Unmute yourself, sweetie. Gabby.
Gabby, go ahead and unmute.
The Hidden Figures would be an amazing American.
Very good. What would make them remarkable?
They were a big impact on history.
You see, you're sounding like a fifth grader. I like that. People who have an impact on history or an impact on a lot of people's lives would be remarkable Americans. Keep that in mind when you're answering the discussion question. Remember, you need to respond first. Right under the question, it says reply. Click that button and write your response using the race strategy. After that, scroll down, read other people's replies, and then reply to 2 people, okay? A lot of you don't have full credit because you're either replying to just one person and that's all your work and not posting your original response. And some of you are just posting your response, but you're not taking the time to read it, what anybody else thinks, and you're not replying to anybody else, okay? Remember, I don't want to see I agree or I don't agree. What exactly is it that you agree with? What exactly is it that you do not agree with? Go ahead and elaborate on what you are thinking, okay? If you have any questions about what you should be doing for reading, make sure that you're writing them down and we'll answer them after today's live lesson. So before we do our lesson, I'm going to call out names of the people that we need to meet with, just because I do not want you to leave. Sebastian, Anima, Omar, Wilfred, Brandon, Jair, Kevin, Jackendall, Lana, Keandre, Morelli, John, Irene, Dulce Flor, Daniel, Anaya, Didi, and Erasmo. Do not leave at the end of today's lesson. We need to meet with you. Ms. Bird.
Okay, my lesson is very short today. First things first, everyone's camera should be on. I'm gonna read you the message that we put on Class Dojo because maybe your parents did not have time to talk to you about it, and maybe you'll understand what our expectations are. Because I'm pretty sure Ms. Rodriguez stated it yesterday, so I'm going to state it again. So the expectation is that you guys should be ready to work. You're not doing your hair, Anima. You're not wrapped in a blanket, Leah. You're sitting at a table. You're sitting up. You have paper and pencil ready and available to you. If we were at school, you would be doing the exact same. Anima, that means to stop doing your hair. That's something that you should have done before you logged on to Zoom. So when we're in class, these are things that you know that those are our expectations. Find a quiet place to work. Put your dog somewhere else. My dog is downstairs. Have it distraction free. You're not playing, you're here to learn. Remember, this is still affecting you. So school is mandatory, no matter what, so that you can get on to 6th grade, this is all mandatory. Before we begin, I'm gonna go over, there is no math lesson today. My expectation is that you guys go into your assignments to see what you are missing. It's a lot of people missing stuff. So right now, everyone should have paper and pencil in front of them. So I'm going to go over who's missing things. When I tell you what you're missing, write it down so that you can go into Canvas to do the missing assignment. Sorry, a distraction. All right, so math, the exit slip, the graded exit slip for date 4/2. Missing it is John, you're missing that graded exit slip, Dulce Flor, Akeisha, Omar, and Logan Simmons. Brandon is missing 4/2 exit slip for math. Jair is missing the 4/2 exit slip for math. Kevin H is missing the 4/2 math exit slip. Lana, you're missing the 4/2 math exit slip. Orlin, 4/2. And John Carlo is missing the 4/2 math exit slip. The science 4/1 graded exit slip missing is Sebastian, Rochelle, Anima, Wilfred, Brandon, Jair, Lana, Keandre, Orlin, John Carlo, Francella, Stephanie, Jackendall, Sherlyn, John, Dulce Flor, Omar, and Daniel. You guys are all missing the science 4-1 exit slip. Big Idea 17 test. Who's missing it? Sebastian, you're missing it. Rochelle, you're missing the Big Idea 17. Remember, that's science. So science, Big Idea 17. Rochelle, you're missing it. Anima, you're missing that test as well. Jair, you're missing that test. Keandre, you're missing that test. Genesis, you're missing the test. Orlin, you're missing the test. And Giancarlo, you're missing that test as well. Science, Big Idea 17. So that's Francella, Stephanie, Jakendall, John, Dulciflor, Omar. You guys are all missing science Big Idea 17 test. The next test that's missing is the math volume assessment. Francella, sit down. Thank you. Focus. Leah, take the blanket off your head. Focus. Thank you. So the math assessment that's missing. Jair, you're missing the volume test. So it's going to say date of 4/6 volume unit assessment. A lot of you guys took it. Good job. Dulciflor, you're missing that test. Omar, you're missing the volume test as well. The math, Thursday 4-9. So this is math 4-9 exit slip. Sebastian, you're missing 4-9 math exit slip. Rochelle, you're missing the 4-9 math exit slip. Jair, you're missing that exit slip. Lana, 4-9 math exit slip, you're missing. Keandre, you're missing the 4-9 exit slip. Genesis, Orlin, and Giancarlo. So that's the math graded exit slip for 4-9. So remember, all of these things that I'm calling out are graded assignments. Progress reports come out next week, I believe. So you guys need to get this stuff done this week. Francella, you're missing the 4-9 exit slip. Stephanie, you're missing the 4-9 exit slip. Dulciflor, you're missing the 4-9 exit slip. Omar, you're missing the 4-9 exit slip. Daniel, Logan Simmons, Didi, and Erasmo. And yesterday's graded assignment is the last thing, and that's the math graded assignment. So who's missing it? And this is as of 10:30 today. So if you did it after 10:30, I don't know. I just looked at it today before we logged on. So the math exit slip for yesterday that is missing. Sebastian, you're missing it. Rochelle, you're missing it. Anima, you're missing it. Jair is missing it. Kevin, you're missing the exit slip. Lana, you're missing the exit slip. Keandre, you're missing the exit slip. Genesis, Orlin, and Giancarlo. All of you guys are missing yesterday's graded exit slip. Francella, Stephanie, Jakendall, John, Dulciflor, Omar, Daniel, Logan Simmons, and Didi. All of you guys are missing yesterday's exit slip. And for the most part, all of y'all were here yesterday. So there's no reason as to why you didn't log off of Zoom and go to finish the exit slip. It's exactly what we did for the lesson yesterday. So therefore, when it's fresh in your mind, the expectation is that you guys do the exit slip at that time so that it's fresh in your mind and you're not forgetting what you're supposed to do. That's the easiest way for you to do, especially a graded exit slip. If you're in Ms. Rosen's room, you don't have to do the other assignments, you just have to do the graded assignments. Does that make sense, Rochelle, Keandre, Kevin? I don't even see Keandre. So just do the graded assignments because she's not, thank you, sweetie. You don't have to do, for math and science, you don't have to do the actual lessons that I put in Canvas, and I'll take them out so that you don't see them. You just have to do the graded stuff because you're here for me to teach it to you. So I need to see what you know, and I need to be able to give you grades as well. Any questions before we move on? So now that you have a list of assignments that you do not have, and that are not in Canvas, my expectation is that today, because we don't have a math lesson, the only thing we have is science, is that you go onto Canvas and you start working. By now, everyone should have a computer except for like 3 people, and those are people that are going to pick their computers up on Friday. So everyone else should have a digital device that they're able to log onto Canvas with. And if you do not, let me know, because Friday is the last day for you guys to be able to pick up computers. So send a message in a private chat if you have not gotten your computer yet, or you do not have a device. Ms. Rodriguez, Jair does not know how to, he can't hear us, and he doesn't know how to get back so that he's joining the audio. Can you call his mom to walk him through it? Okay, because I've been trying to explain it to him, and I don't know, it's not working. All right, so make sure if you do not have a device that your parents are reading Class Dojo. And on Class Dojo, we explain how you can get a computer from the school. All right, so what I want everyone to do now that does have a computer, if you do not, you're gonna message me in the chat as we go through our live Nearpod. So remember what I'm saying. I'm saying that if your parents have not signed up for you to get a laptop, and you need a laptop, then you're gonna tell your parents to go onto Class Dojo, and it explains to them how you can get a laptop from the school. It's the same laptop that y'all use in class. If you already have a laptop, they're not gonna give you one. The hope is that everyone is using a computer so that you're able to do the Canvas work effectively and efficiently. And Friday is the last day. So if you have not signed up, or your parents have not signed up for Friday, let us know. Yes, Logan. I already talked to her. All right, Nearpod. So let me make sure I made it live. It should be the live lesson for Thursday. And remember, it's science. Oh, y'all can't see it. Just kidding. You can see it now. Make sure you refresh your screen. Sorry. Logan, refresh. All right, I have 9 people so far. Go ahead, Gabby.
What's the Nearpod lesson called?
Nearpod live lesson science, Thursday, 4/16.
Oh,
Uh-oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm on it then.
Oh, okay. You have a question, Samuel? You can't unmute yourself. Hold on, please. You have a question?
Yeah, well, it's more like are you gonna put the thing on, like the computer thing on?
The share screen, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for people to sign up.
Okay.
Can you hear us, Jair? Nope. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen so that you guys can see the Nearpod. Remember, if you do not have access to Canvas, yes, at this time, you're just gonna send me the answer in the private chat. Didi, we're not eating right now. Thank you. Only 13 of y'all have devices? I feel like it should be more than that. So right now, you guys that do have a computer should be logged onto Canvas and logged into the Nearpod. Because it's 31 of us on here. So only 13 people out of the 31 people have a computer that you can log onto Canvas with. All right, so tomorrow is the assessment that you guys are going to take on what we've talked about this week, which is observations, inferences, testable and non-testable questions. So it is also a Nearpod, so take your time as you're completing the assessment, and you should be able to be successful. The first thing that we're going to do is this Nearpod, which is kind of like a review of what we did yesterday when we talked about observations and inferences. When I was grading the sort, it was difficult to grade. So before we start, let's do a quick review of what observations are and what inferences are. So I'm gonna start with Stephanie. Stephanie, unmute yourself. What is an inference?
An inference, an observation.
Okay. Amari, do you agree with Stephanie that an inference is an observation? Go ahead,
No.
Amari. No? Why not? Why do you not agree with her?
Because an inference is is like an educated guess.
Good job. That's exactly what Logan told us yesterday. An inference is an educated guess, using what you know in order to make a guess about what's going on or about a situation. I believe we talked about this in class when we talked about if you hear a baby crying, what inference can you make? What can you infer? That the baby's hungry, that the diaper is wet, something is wrong. If you smell smoke, what can you infer? What educated guess can you make about that? Oh, I smell smoke. Somebody may be barbecuing, something may be on fire. Those are inferences. So we know what an inference is. That's an educated guess. That's what Logan told us yesterday, and Amari just repeated it. So now let's talk about observations. And I think this is where you guys struggled the most on the sort, were observations. Francella, yes, Francella, where are you? There you go. How many types of observations are there in science? Think about the video yesterday. Amari is ready. You trying to steal your shine, girl. Either Amari, Logan, or Samuel. Call on one of them to help you. One of them, Amari, Logan, or Samuel. Who?
Samuel.
Okay. Samuel.
There's two.
There are two types of observations, right? Do you remember one of the two, Samuel?
It was the quantity or something like that.
Yes,
Well,
quantitative. And
yeah.
I'm going to go to Gabby. When they're talking about quantity, what specifically are they referring to? Remember, there were two types of observations that the video talked about. So quantity is going to talk about what?
Quantity was going to talk about how much.
Good job, sweetie. That's a number. How much? Good job, honey. And then Gabby had to dig deep down inside for that one, y'all. And then the other one was qualitative. So when we're talking about qualitative observations, what specifically are they talking about when they talk about quality? Dee Dee? That was on the video as well yesterday. When they're talking about quality, what specifically are they talking about, Dee Dee?
How good something is, like the good stuff, like the qualitative means how good it is. How good
Okay.
it is.
I see people with their hands up. So you have a choice between Amari, Samuel, Gabby. Who you want to help you?
Gabby.
All right, go back to Gabby. Oh, can you unmute yourself? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So quality, when they're talking about quality.
Quality is
Talking about?
quality is what, like, you have, so you have plastic and then you have metal. Metal would be a better quality because it lasts longer.
Okay. Samuel is like waving his hand frantically. Ooh, vocabulary frantically. Okay, Samuel, tell us, what do you think? Quality.
The quality is like the smell or like the taste or like the color, and yeah.
Right. So remember what Gabby just said. When you're talking about quality, it's telling you how good something is when it comes to the colors. Which color is better? What smells better? What tastes better? What sounds better? That's the quality of something. Good job, Samuel and Gabby. All right. So another thing that they talked about was predictions. And we learned predictions when we were in kindergarten all the way up to 5th grade. Predictions are those hypotheses. You know, before you begin any inquiry or any experiment, you have to make an educated guess, a hypothesis. What do you think is going to happen? So a lot of people struggled with that yesterday on the sort. A prediction just says a question that's asking you, what do you think is going to happen? So there were 3 different things that they talked about. They talked about inferences, using my general knowledge, what do I know? They talked about observations. We know that there are 2 different types of observation, quantitative and qualitative. And then they talked about predictions. And predictions are just, what do you think is going to happen? So our Nearpod is going to deal with the exact same thing, where we're talking about inferences and observations. So are we done? Hopefully. All right, so 15 people are on there. All right, so let's start. So remember, we're talking about observations versus inferences. Once we finish this, you're going to answer the question of the day on Canvas. About 7 of you guys did it yesterday, so thank you, although you were way ahead of the game. The next thing that they're going to ask us is to think about what we know about observations and inferences, okay? So think about what we know about observations and inferences, and using what we know, we're going to answer the 3 fill in the blank. So it says a detailed examination or specific facts about an observation is a blank. A possible explanation of an observation is a blank, and observations are blank and inferences are blank. So let me explain to you what they're asking us to do, and you don't have to write anything. We're going to discuss this. If we're talking about a detailed examination or specific facts, is that going to be an inference or an observation? If I'm asking about detailed examination or specific facts, is that an observation or an inference? A detailed explanation or facts. So I'm going to call on Giancarlo.
Hello?
Okay, we can hear you.
Oh, whoops. I think that it is
Well, first, what's the question that I asked?
a detail. What is
Are you
the
on?
detail?
Are you on the Nearpod?
See it good.
Are you on? Are you logged into the Nearpod?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the first question on the Nearpod right now? What does it say?
It says a detailed examination or specific facts about an object is an blank.
So is that an observation or is that an inference? If I'm giving you detailed examination or specific facts. If I'm dealing with facts, is that an inference or is that an observation?
Observation.
Okay. Do you agree, Jakendo, that if I'm dealing in facts, is that an inference or an observation?
It's a inference.
Okay. Anahi, what do you think? If I'm dealing in facts, is that an inference or an observation? So Giancarlo said that he thinks it's an observation, and Jakendo said it's an inference. So you're going to be our tiebreaker. So if I'm dealing with facts, am I looking at inferences or I'm thinking about observations? We can't hear you.
Inferences?
Okay. So I'm going to go to Amari. Francella said no, no, no. Why do you say no, Francella?
It's an observation because you're using your Mm,
You need help?
yes.
I think the first thing we need to understand is what are facts. Irene, what is a fact?
Facts are like something that's with um you have evidence.
I have evidence, right? Something that I can prove. So a fact is something that's true no matter what. Remember, opinions are what we feel, facts are things that are true no matter what. So when I'm looking at a detailed examination, and an exam means that I can see it, I'm observing it. So a detailed examination or specific facts about an object is a what, Daniel? Is that an observation or an inference? Daniel, you need help?
Oh, me?
That's your name, right?
Oh, I thought you said Samuel.
Daniel.
What was the question again?
Oh my goodness. Amari, help Daniel, please. Y'all are giving me gray hairs, man. Like unnecessarily gray hairs. Amari, unmute yourself, sweetie.
A fact is an observation.
A fact is thank you. A fact is an observation. So when I'm talking about facts, thank you, sweetie. When I'm talking about facts, especially on this, I'm always going to be observing something. That's something that is true. When you're using your five senses, no matter what, that is the truth. If I go outside and I'm using my eyes, we all live in a pocket. What is the weather like? Oh, I'm outside, I'm looking out my window, it's rainy. It's cloudy. Those are facts. That's something that we cannot prove to be false. So when we're looking at the Nearpod, oh, it would help if y'all could see it. Sorry. Where it says a detailed examination or specific facts about an object is an observation. Now, when you explain an observation, because now you're telling me why you think that to be true, that will be an inference. You're going to use an educated guess. You're going to use your knowledge of a topic to explain your observation. So the next thing that we're going to do, using what we know about observations and inference, we're going to try to figure out whether, looking at this picture here specifically, so only number 4 for those of you who do not have the Nearpod up. It says there are 5 fish in the picture. So you're going to tell me, is that an observation or an inference? If you have the Nearpod up, you're just going to circle which one it is. So in the chat, if you do not have the Nearpod up, number 4, are there 5 fish in the picture? If that's an observation, tell me that. If it is an inference, tell me that. In about 30 seconds. So in the chat, you're going to tell me which one you think it is. Good job, Dulciflor. Good job, Daniel. Good job, Jakendo. Good job, Samuel. Only the people that do not have the Nearpod up should be answering. Good job, Stephanie. Is good job, Omar? Yep. Good job, Sebastian. Didi, I don't know what that means. All right, so let's look at number 5. Number 5 says there are 2 snails at the bottom of the aquarium. I'm gonna try to zoom in on this so you can see it a little better. See if that worked. Hopefully that worked a little better. So you're gonna tell me if that's an observation or an inference. There are 2 snails at the bottom of the aquarium. Is that an inference or an observation? Good job, Didi. Good job, Daniel. Good job, Omar. Good job, Anima. Good job, Anahi. Good job, Samuel. Good job, Sebastian. All right, let's look at number 6. It says the small fish are the babies of the big fish. The small fish are the babies of the big fish. Is that an observation or an inference? The small fish are the babies of the big fish. Is that an observation or an inference? Good job, Samuel. Good job, Omar. Good job, Sebastian. Good job, Francella. Good job, Jakendall. Good job, Genesis. Good job, Anahi. Good job, Didi. Good job, Anima. All right, and then number 7, the last one on this page. It says the big fish are looking for food. Is that an observation or an inference? The big fish are looking for food. Good job, Keandre. Good job, Sebastian. Good job, Delsaflor. Good job, Samuel. Good job, Anahi. Good job, Anima. Good job, Omar. Good job, Diana. Good job, Daniel. Yes, Amari. Good job, Daniel. Good job, Didi. Good job, Sherlyn. Good job, Francella. Remember, if you're on the Nearpod, you want to submit it once you're done all 4 of those. All right, so let's look at the Nearpod to see what our classmates said. And I'm going to hide the name so that you guys don't have to see it. All right, so I'm going to randomly select one, and this is the, nope, I don't know what they're selecting. All right, so I'm going to randomly select one. So this says there are 5 fish in the picture. We all can agree that if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is an observation. Remember, that is a quantitative observation. When you're given a quantity is a number. Number 5 says there are 2 snails at the bottom of the aquarium. That is in fact the observation. We can count 1, 2. There are 2 snails at the bottom. So of course that is an observation. The small fish are the babies of the big fish. Is that something that we can see? Something that we can use one of our 5 senses for? It is not. So therefore it is an inference, something that we're making an educated guess about. We don't know for sure, but in our opinion, that may be the answer. And then number 7, the big fish are looking for food. We don't know that to be factual, so therefore it is an inference. Does everyone understand what we're doing? So tomorrow when you take your assessment and you're doing the exact same thing when they're asking you about observations and inferences. So keep that in mind. So we're going to go to the next slide on the Nearpod. All right, so this one is exactly the same thing. It's using the exact same aquarium. So we're still talking about observations and inferences. Remember, we went over on the previous slide what observations and inferences are. So this should be really fast, really quick, really easy. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do number 8, 9, and 10. And in the private chat, you're going to write 8, whether or not it's an O or an I, 9, O or I, 10, O or I. So 2 minutes. I'm going to set the timer and then we're going to go over it. Good job, Dulce Flor. Just give me all 3 answers at once, you guys. Good job, Keandre. Good job, Omar. Stephanie, good job. Good job, Samuel. Good job, Anahi. Good job, Omar. Good job, Anima. Stephanie, look at 8, 9, and 10 again. Good job, Sebastian. Rochelle, give me the answer for 8, 9, and 10. Good job, Dee Dee. Good job, Sherlyn. Wilford, 8, 9, and 10 together. Just give me the answers all together. Good job, Stephanie. Good job, Genesis. All right, so let's go over. And I'm just gonna use someone, again, I'm not gonna share names. I'm just gonna look to see who has something. Okay. All right, so this person said 3 fish are facing the same direction and it says to the right, 1, 2, 3, that is an observation. Remember, if it's something that we can count, something we can measure, something we can tell a color, something we can use our 5 senses for, that's an observation. Number 9 says there are 2 plants in the aquarium. If I count 1, 2, that is an observation, good job. And number 10 says the snails like to eat seaweed. I don't know that, so therefore that is an inference. That's my educated guess. All right, so the next slide is asking us about whether or not you can answer these questions. Number 11 says you observe that someone is sweating. What could you infer from this observation? And this is where we're going to talk with each other. So you observe that someone is sweating. What could you infer from this observation? So think about the question I'm asking you. If you see someone is sweating, what educated guess can you make about this observation? And then number 12 says you observe a chocolate candy bar laying on the sidewalk on a hot day. You make an inference that the chocolate is melting. What could you do to test that inference? So again, we're just going to talk it out. Okay, so the first person I'm going to ask is Josie. Do I see Josie? Josie. There you go. Hi, Susie.
Yeah.
All right, so number 11 says, you observe that someone is sweating. What could you infer from this observation?
They went jogging.
Okay, I like that inference. If I'm sweating, that means that maybe I'm working out. Leah, what could you infer from that observation?
That they were probably working out.
Okay. Leah said that they were probably working out. Gabby, what can you infer from that observation?
That they are hot.
Okay, that's what yeah. I'm sweating. It may be a hot day. We live in Florida. Every day is hot. So therefore, I can infer from that observation, I'm either working out, I'm hot, we're in Florida, we're outside. All right, number 12. It says you observe a chocolate candy bar laying on the sidewalk on a hot day. If you were at Lovell in 4th grade or 3rd grade, you probably made solar cookers. solar ovens, I think they're called, with the pizza box, the aluminum foil plastic wrap? Yes, okay, because I did it when I taught 3rd and 4th grade. So it says, you make an inference that the chocolate is melted. We know that inference is an educated guess. What could you do to test the inference to see whether or not the candy bar is melted? What could I do to test that inference? Irene. Irene, you look like Gabby, so that's not you. Where's Irene? Oh, there she is. We can't hear you, honey. Unmute your phone. You need help? Your phone not unmuting. Try it again, honey. No, it's not working. Can someone help her since her phone's not working? Diana, you want to help her? Okay, go ahead, sweetie.
So do I just okay? For number 12,
Yes.
what I said was that check on the chocolate for a while and see how it melts.
Okay. But how can we made it like we observed the chocolate bar laying on the sidewalk and it's a hot day. We're in Florida. We at PE. It's May. Okay, so just picture that because we know in May in Florida it's gonna be hot. So we see this candy bar on the sidewalk and we infer that the chocolate is melting. How can we how can we check to see if our inference is correct, Sherlyn?
You can do the same thing.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like you can put another chocolate outside and see how it melts.
Okay. What do you think, Logan Simmons? How can I check to see if my inference is correct?
You could step on it
Why would I step on it?
to see how soft it is.
Okay, right? If something's melted, wouldn't it be, especially chocolate, wouldn't it be squishy?
Yes.
Immediately when it asked me that, when I saw the question, I thought about just opening it up. Like open the candy bar up. Maybe, because I don't want to mess up my Air Jordans, you know, so there's that. All right, let's look at our Nearpod. We have one more to do, and then we are going to discuss what you need to do after this. Okay, this is really, really quick. It says, look at the picture below and write 3 good observations about it. If you don't have a Nearpod, you're going to put it in the chat. Write 3 good observations about it. We know that there are quantitative observations and qualitative observations. So you can use either quantitative, which talks about quantity, or qualitative. So if you do not have the Nearpod, make sure you're doing it in the chat. And if you do have the Nearpod, make sure that you're submitting it. That's how you're getting graded for this specific classwork assignment. If you're not submitting it, it's showing that you're not doing it. So keep that in mind as you're doing the Nearpod. Two minutes for that one. I'm gonna set the timer. Good job, Dulce Floor. Remember, you're giving me 3 good observations about this picture. Good job, Samuel. You're going to share your observation when the timer goes off. Good job, Francella. Good job, Logan. All right, let's discuss. So we saw the picture, and our goal was to make 3 good observations about the picture. Okay, so the first observation that a lot of you guys put that's not an observation, it's an inference, is that that was a house. My house does not look like that. So therefore, I can't say that that's a house. Okay, so keep that in mind. So Samuel, you're gonna share your, where's Samuel? There you go. Share your observation, sweetie. What'd you type?
I typed that there was a rectangle inside the square at the right bottom right, because you can clearly see that there is a rectangle.
Keep going. Your 3 observations.
Then there was that I put that there was 3 circles in the middle. There's 3 circles in the square, and that there on top of the square there was a triangle.
Does everyone understand where he got his observations? Remember, when you're talking about observations, you can't say that this is a house, because what looks like a house to you may not look like a house to me. I do see a triangle on top of a square. I see 3 circles inside of a square. I see a smiley face inside of the triangle. Those are observations. Those are factual observations. But by me saying that there's a house, that's not a factual observation. So does everyone understand, just thumbs up, the difference between observations and inferences? Good. Thank you, Amari. Thank you, Jakendo. Omar, great. Logan, Josie, great, 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 great. Perfect. Perfect. So before we log off, everyone's going to take 3 minutes out of their life right now and go onto Canvas. And you're going to do the question of the day for Thursday, which is today, right now. So I'm going to set my timer. I feel like this is the only way we're going to get y'all to do stuff. I'm going to set my timer. You're going to go onto Canvas and you're going to do Thursday's question of the day. And if you have time before the timer goes off, go back and do Wednesday's question of the day. Do not log off. You're doing that right now. And while you're doing it, I'm looking at it.
What happens if you already did it?
Perfect. You're good.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay.
Miss Bird, I can't find it.
Are you in the science module? Ms. Rodriguez, why is not letting me unmute you?
Oh, it was
Miss Bird, I
asking.
got it correct.
I kept putting it no. It's like, oh, why is it asking me? Okay, now I know.
Miss Bird, I got it correct.
I have 1 more minute. So remember, if you finish the one for today, you can go back to yesterday's because a lot of y'all didn't do that. Sebastian and Rochelle, Francella, if you don't have access to Canvas, you can give me the answer. Oh, you can't see it. How about I put it up? Sorry. Didn't even think about that.
Hey, I got it correct. I got it correct.
And if you don't have access to Canvas, you can just tell me which one you think it is, and then I can put it in there. I'll give you 1 more minute because some of y'all, I totally forgot, you don't have access. All right, so at this point, everyone should be doing Thursdays. And we should be about done. If you did not have access to Canvas, I wrote your answers down and I will grade it and just put your answer in. So that would be Genesis, Omar, Francella, and Rochelle. Everyone else should have been able to put it onto Canvas. All right, we have to take attendance. Do not go anywhere, and we have a couple of announcements.
All right, so after attendance, there's a big group that needs to stay. So if I call your name, do not go. Omar, Sebastian, Anima, Wilfred, Brandon, Jair, Kevin, Jackendall, Lana, Keandre, Morelli, John, Irene, Dulce Flor, Daniel, Anaya, Didi, and Erasmo. After attendance, do not leave. So today we have Francella, Stephanie, Jackendall, Sherlyn, Amari, Leah, Dulce Flor, Anaí, Omar, Daniel, Logan Simmons, Didi, Gavi, Sebastian, Samuel, Rochelle, Anima, Wilfred, Jair, Kevin, Amelia, Lana, Keandre, Irene, Genesis, Orlin, Josie, Giancarlo, Anaya, and Diana. If I miss somebody, unmute yourself and let me know.
Oh, they can't. I just changed it. Sorry. I changed it.
If I missed you, wave at me frantically so that we can see you, or unmute yourself. You should be able to unmute yourself now. All right. If I called your name, please do not go anywhere. If I did not call your name, see you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Remember to do all your work that you're missing that I told you about.
Bye.
It's not letting me
Goodbye.
do 4/17/20.
Well, you can't do
Goodbye.
4/17/20
If I
because
called you,
today is the
Omar, you need
16th.
to stay. If I called you, you need to
Oh.
stay.
Bye,
Omar,
Miss.
don't log off.
Wait, did you call me?
Who?
Didi camera,
No,
Anima
Francella.
camera, Wilford camera, Daniel camera, Keandre camera, unless you're using the phone to do the Canvas activity.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
yeah,
go
I'm
ahead,
doing
sweetie.
that.
Go ahead.
And
Miss
Miss Bird
Rodriguez.
and Miss Rodriguez.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye,
Remember
Miss.
you're doing the science.
What the hell?
Ooh,
Who
Keandre.
said that?
No, don't, honey.
Gabby.
Okay.
Are you
Watch
doing
your
the science?
language, please.
No, I'm doing the math exit slip
Did you do the science already?
about the observing.
Yeah, the one that the exit slip that we just did. Did you do that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't do the math yet. I'm gonna read it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me just a second. I'm just trying to see who actually stayed when I asked them to stay.
Keandre, while you're doing that, Keandre, which math are you doing?
4:15.
Okay. So it says, let me go into it first, okay? Hold on. So yesterday's exit slip was us doing exactly what we did on the lesson. So when you go into it, it says complete. So for number 1, you complete the chart using the rules like we did yesterday. So it says Charlie uses the rule, add 2 and starts at 2. And then Juan uses the rule, multiply by 2, start at 1. And then underneath, it shows you, do you see the chart, sweetie, where it says Charlie's pattern and you put the numbers? And then Juan's pattern and you put the numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. And then underneath, it says use the following format to receive full credit. So you're going to write Charlie's pattern. So starting at whatever number it tells you to start at, write the 5 numbers that go to Charlie's pattern.
Did the exit slip yesterday. You marked me wrong for that, but I didn't.
And then for Juan's pattern, you're going to start where it's telling you to start and write the 5 numbers that go in the pattern following that rule. And then you write the ordered pairs. So Charlie's pattern and Juan's pattern, and you write the 5 ordered pairs. Using those ordered pairs, if you look at number 2, it says plot the first ordered pair in Charlie and Juan's pattern. So you're going to plot what that ordered pair is. And do the exact same thing for the rest of them. And tell me when you get down to number 6, and then I'll help you from there.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
You know how you said I didn't do the
Keandre, what?
I said okay.
Okay.
You know how you said I didn't do the exit slip from yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did do it. It's on my screen. Mom told me to go back and check if I did it. And I showed her and I did actually do it.
Okay, so this is what I see for your exit slip. This is what you turned in. So when I go into your exit slip, that's all I see.
Mm-hmm.
It shows a screenshot of this. So I don't see that. You did an exit slip.
Oh.
So go back into it.
Do you want me to send the picture off my phone?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you. Don't hang up.
Don't hang up. Everybody stay there. Omar, once everybody leaves, you need to stay. So Omar, do not go anywhere. Once we tell everybody else that they can leave, you need to stay. All right, so all of you are here because you all have all Fs for your progress report next week.
Not you, Irene.
No. all Fs. And I want to know what exactly it is that we're doing to fix that.
Don't everyone speak at one time. Can we just, let's start with Sebastian. What we doing? Are you doing your work? How can we help you be successful? Unmute yourself.